Ma'am, are you able to see the live stream, ma'am? Ma'am?
Jayant, I'm unable to see. Okay, but again, once more, I will try. Wait.
Ma'am, the live has started, ma'am. I'll share the link in the
Share the
meeting,
link.
ma'am.
Share the link in the chat box.
I have sent it, ma'am.
I got it. Without the link, I was able to see. Now it is there. Juhi Sunil, are you a participant, Juhi Sunil? Juhi Sunil, is she a participant in the quiz?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all the best, Juhi.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Very good. It's very good that you're all doing this. Okay, I'll just share the link, students, with the students, YouTube link, children. Jayant and Anirudh.
Ma'am, the students have to join here, ma'am. If you send that, they'll be waiting there.
No. Not the participants. The other students
Okay,
are.
ma'am. Other students.
Other students, let them go to YouTube. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Non-participants. Okay. Good morning, Lily ma'am. Krishna. Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And please note if Varshini is unable to join for the prayer for some reason, connectivity or
Yes,
anything,
ma'am.
then they will inform you. You just do a brief prayer. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good morning, Purnima ma'am.
Very good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay. Thanks for joining.
No problem, ma'am.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you. Happy Republic Day.
Ma'am, all the classes got the YouTube link, ma'am.
Shared it in the group. Okay. I'll just clarify.
Yes, ma'am. Because only
Okay. Thanks for joining. Jane, why is it echoing like that? Because of YouTube link?
ma'am, yes, ma'am. Network is being used up a lot, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, now is it echoing, ma'am?
It is not echoing now. What I spoke after a while, I think you can hear again the same conversation. That's what was happening, no?
Ma'am, that's because I'm using my audio here in two computer systems. Now are you able to hear, ma'am?
Okay, I'll just clarify.
Yes, ma'am. Because only Ma'am,
Jane,
now are you
just
able
put
to?
your computer on mute. The
Yeah,
mobile
I
device.
muted my computer.
Yeah, now there's no echo.
Yeah. Is the audio working in live stream? Yeah. Is the audio working? Ma'am, now is it echoing, ma'am?
It's not echoing actually. It is not echoing now. What I spoke after a while, I think you can hear again the same conversation. That's what was happening, no?
That's because I'm using my audio here in two computer systems. Now are you able to hear, ma'am?
I'll just clarify.
How are you watching the stream right now? Because if you're watching the stream and you're unmuted, it may echo.
Oh, Varshini, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Jayant.
Ma'am.
Just inform the participants to join. It's almost 9:58. No time.
Ma'am, I already informed them.
Okay. Jayant, I muted my YouTube live. I think that was the problem.
Just a gentle reminder to anyone who's watching the YouTube live stream. If you're a participant and you're watching the live stream and have not joined the Google Meet, please join so with the link on your screen. I repeat, the link is JVKMMVUCNK. Any participants watching the YouTube live stream, please join.
महागणपते नमोऽस्तुते मादङ्गवदना नमोऽस्तुते हरिपूजित गणनाद आनन्ददायक गणनादा प्रथमवन्दन प्रणवाकारे प्रणवाकारे विघ्नेश्वरा विनायका विघ्नेश्वरा विनायका आदिपूजित नमोस्तुते आनन्ददायक नमोस्तुते आदिपूजित नमोस्तुते आनन्ददायक नमोस्तुते मूषिकवाहन नमोस्तुते मोदकहस्ता नमोस्तुते मूषिकवाहन नमोस्तुते मोदकहस्ता नमोस्तुते 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 नमोस्तुते
I now request Anirudh to introduce the chief guest.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Dr. C.R. Shivkumaran is a native of Coimbatore. He did his schooling and college in Chennai. During his undergraduate program, he won the Rajiv Gandhi Scholarship for being the overall topper of Presidency College, Chennai. He is also medalist during his MBA program at the PSG Institute of Management, Coimbatore, and was awarded with the Best Going Student Award. He is an associate member of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India and the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. He also holds a PhD degree in finance. I now request Dr. C.R. Shivkumaran to share his thoughts.
Hello, Gurubhyo Namaha. Good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank the principal, teachers, and staff of the PSBB Millennium School for this wonderful opportunity to interact with you all today before the Republic Day quiz event. A quiz is not just an event, but it is a celebration of the human spirit to conquer knowledge. Quiz is an urban legend stuff, you know. You never choose quizzing. On the other hand, quiz chooses you. And once you are into it, you are there forever. To me personally, quiz and quizzing is not about learning and knowing more, but a canvas for productive escapism. As you prepare for a quiz, your mind focuses only on what is necessary, and the more you immerse yourself into this experience, the more you emerge wiser. Everything about a quiz and the way in which it has evolved is special. Earlier, quizzing was considered to be a loner and a nerd act. No wonder when you look up for the etymology of the word quiz, one can find that the word initially meant or referred to an odd, eccentric person, and later it meant a practical joke. But quizzing today is not a joke. It is probably the world's most intellectual hobby, joining countless number of people with a common and acute thirst for trivia and knowledge. Today, numerous quiz events are being conducted across the breadth and length of this country. However, there was a time in India when quizzing events were few and rare. The brief history of quizzing in India, courtesy Wikipedia, is as follows. Neil O'Brien conducted the first documented formal quiz in 1967 at Christ the King Church Parish Hall in Calcutta, now Kolkata. O'Brien, who had returned from England and had been exposed to the pub quiz culture there, brought quizzing first to the Anglo-Indian community before it became popular among a wider audience. O'Brien remained active in quizzing, later hosting popular quiz showcasts, including the North Star Quiz. On 12th April 1972, Bonvita Quiz Contest for high school students became the first show to be broadcast on radio in India. It was amongst the most popular programs in the region. Hamid, followed by his brother Amin, were the show's first quiz masters. It ran for over a decade and was later revived as a television quiz in the late 1990s. The first quiz show to become nationally popular was Quiz Time, which had its first season in 1985. Quizmaster Siddhartha Basu, labeled as the grandfather of the quiz game in India, is credited with making quizzing a household word. Today, quiz is popular and it is indeed celebrated as the ultimate cerebral hobby that one can have. My tryst with quizzing dates back to my school days in the 1980s. That was a time when there was no internet and the world was such a different place, wherein knowledge had to be learned only through newspapers, journals, magazines, radio, and television. Of course, there was no smartphone, and the humble landline would only transmit voice. The habit to quiz, though, made me an avid and voracious reader. We used to subscribe to the Bonvita series of quiz books regularly to gain that extra edge. I studied at St. Bede's Anglo-Indian Higher Secondary School, located in Santhom, Chennai, and had a quiz club which regularly used to meet in the library. Every single inter-school event used to have a quiz competition, and the event genre was mainly to do with general knowledge. As a team, we had few wins and number of losses, but participation in every event made our spirits soar and seek more of it. One remarkable thing that I remember from the 1980s is that even back then, the Padma Sheshadri Balabhavan school students from KK Nagar, Chennai, used to dominate much of the events. I guess PSBB, under the able guidance of Mrs. YGP, has had a glorious history of imbibing principles of competitive spirit and talent in young minds for such a long period of time. It is also heartening to note that the entire PSBB fraternity still continues with this tradition. I've been to a few events with one who is a student of PSBB Millennium School, Coimbatore, and I've always found that the PSBB students create a recognition for themselves wherever they are. I sincerely congratulate the principal and staff for the work they are doing to make our children confident citizens tomorrow. As for our humble quiz, it is unique because, unlike other sport, there are no winners and losers here. Even the vanquished gets to know more, and so does the audience. In fact, the quiz also makes the quiz master even wiser, because at any given time, he or she has to be ready to answer to the doubts that participants or audience may raise, and only then with pride they can say that Quizmaster's decision is final and set the stage for the knowledge game. As for the good qualities of a quizzer, it can be summarized as the ability to always be curious, questions, namely what, where, when, and how. Today is the technology age, hence, put to good use all the tools that technology can offer you. Easiest sources are websites, namely, you could look up at Google News or Wikipedia. But of course, when you are on the internet, a word of caution, exercise judgment. If possible, do create a quiz contest and invite your friends to participate. It helps you to hone your team building skills. Also, a quizzer should always indulge in a hobby or an activity other than quizzing, enables him or her to stay focused. Say learning music, a language, or pursuing a sport. Anything would do. Quizzing by itself is immensely beneficial. It helps with concentration, identify gaps in knowledge, build confidence, and help the quizzer retain information. What's more, quiz is also fun. Well, the future of quizzing lies in our desire to transform learning for our students. While the tools are in abundance, the focus needs to be on the content. Quizzing is not just about general knowledge, but about connecting the dots, reading between the lines, and arriving at a conclusion. They commonly call it as looking at the bigger picture and thinking out of the box. There needs to be logical reasoning for you to be a successful quizzer. Okay, today I take this opportunity in wishing all the participants very best and sincerely hope that their journey with quiz becomes a lifetime passion. Surely it is a rewarding experience. I wish the organizing committee good luck and once again thank the principal, teachers, and staff of the PSBB Millennium School, Coimbatore, for providing me with this wonderful opportunity to interact with you all. Happy quizzing. Thank you.
Now we would move on to the eagerly awaited moment, the start of the Republic Day quiz.
I hope all the participants are ready. We'll be starting with the rules, and you will be given a quizzes ID to join quizzes quiz. You'll be given the instructions now. I hope all of you are familiar with quizzes. If not, please pay close attention to the next few minutes. All of you are requested to join using the link that I'm providing in the chat box. So this link would redirect you to a live quiz that will be hosted by me. Please do not join it now. Just wait till I complete the instructions. All participants are required to use their name followed by their roll number so as to identify. I want all the participants in the Google Classroom, in the Google Meet, to give their name in the chat box so as to differentiate between the participants and the spectators. I will cross-verify the number of participants here and in the. So if there are any duplicates, you will be eliminated then and there. I hope no one Googles the answers because you're just cheating yourself. There's no use Googling it because I'll not give you enough time. All participants are to note that are to note that the answers would have to be typed in and spellings are to be as accurate as possible. If it's a correction by humans, we can take into consideration spelling errors, but there's a small margin even with the online mode. So you will be excused if there is a small error, but huge blunders will not be accepted. So try to be as accurate as possible. You're free to guess as there is no negative marking, and faster answer nets you more points. So the first one to know the answer and type it out will have the edge over the person who's Googling it. So I hope all of you are ready, and please join the link.
I hope everyone's aware of the power-ups that are present in the quizzes.
Caps. Should it be typed in caps?
The answers are not case sensitive, so you may use whichever is convenient, caps lock, or you can use lowercase. It is up to you.
But the preferred one is first letters caps and the others are small. That's just preferred.
I've only seen 9 participants here in the quizzes. Can others also please join? Yes, everyone can join now. So yeah, I'll be presenting my screen now.
Hello, can you hear
And
me?
the spectators will be able to see the questions here. The answers will not be visible immediately. It will be only visible to the participants at the end of the quiz.
Look, should we join? Should our quizz's name be our name and our roll number?
Yes. If not, please join. It's not a problem. I'll cross verify with the participants here. Just make sure that the name in Google Meeting here and the quizzes is same.
Yeah, that's same. Okay.
Yeah, so one more to join. 16 roll numbers I've received here and only 15 participants are here. Yeah, so all 16 are here. Is anyone yet to join participants? Can you please send a message in the chat? Okay, so I'll be starting. The format is simple. You have to type in the answers. I'll be giving clues if required. And if you feel that the time is not enough, you may please say so. Yeah, so is the screen visible to all? The
Yes,
quiz is
it's
starting
Yes,
now.
it's visible.
So, name the person who requested Indira Gandhi to give permission for CMs to unfurl the flag on Independence Day. Previously, only governors had the privilege to do this. So, there's one specific person who has requested that CMs unfurl the flag. Who is it? You have 10 seconds to answer.
That person is dead now, and he's a very popular person, so you might know who he is.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, closing the timer. Next. So yeah, 2 of you have given the correct answer. So after each question, you will be getting the answer and how many have given the correct response, so you can evaluate yourself. So moving on to the next question. Which Christian hymn is sung as the concluding piece of the beating retreat ceremony? So this is the last ceremony that happens during the RD parade. So which Christian hymn is sung during this part?
The clue is that this was Gandhiji's favorite Christian hymn, so it's played at the end.
Watching the parade right now, you might have some clue about it, or if you have watched it ever before. So at 20 seconds, I'll be moving on to the next question. So you have 5 seconds to answer. Moving on to the next question.
I have a doubt. I have given it as abide by me. Is it okay?
I'm sorry, I already requested the participants to be accurate with their spellings, because computers don't, have a lot of.
But I'll write down your name and I'll give you 0.5 marks. Don't worry.
And also, Anirudh, Quizmaster, for the first question, I typed the initial wrong, but the name of the person was correct.
I typed Karuna Nidhu at the speed. I didn't type Karuna Nidhi, I typed Karuna Nidhu at the.
So, yeah, okay. From the next question, I'll give you 10 seconds to type it out. Just,
Okay.
I'll read the question in 10 seconds. Please try not to Google the questions.
Okay.
You're just spoiling the spirit of the quiz. I'm giving you more time so that you are comfortable in typing it out. But at the same time, when you are typing, others would be attempting to Google it. So please refrain from it. It is only for your good and to promote the spirit of the quiz.
Yeah.
So moving on to the next question. Yeah, so who is the chief guest of this year's Republic Day? You have 10
No
seconds
clues
to
can be
answer
given
this
for
question.
this. No
Yeah,
clues.
no
Totally
clues,
no
no
clues.
clues. Yeah, counting down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, moving on to the next question. Yeah, so has everybody typed it? Yeah, I've received 11 responses. I'm moving on.
Again, for me, I typed it out as no one is the chief guest as it is COVID. It is coming as no one. Please do.
Yeah, it is no one. We just keep it in mind that you not give any reasons, just the answer.
I
It
typed
is
it as no chief guest.
No chief guest, and it's coming incorrect.
Incorrect. Yeah.
yeah. So who are the ones who typed no chief guest?
Myself, Arjun Raj.
Yeah, Giant, please note
Rishi.
them down. And Juhi
I gave the
Singh.
reason, therefore, me too.
Yeah, fine. It's not a problem. But please refrain. And for questions that contain numerical answers or dates, you are requested to type in either the numerical number. For example, if it is 1, you can either type in the numerical 1 or O and E, both are accepted. And for a date, you have got to type in, for example, if it is 1 January, you have got to type in 1 space JAN, and so for the other months like FEBMAR.
Full name of the months.
Yeah, either full names or just the first 3 letters as given in the calendars. So yeah, moving on to the next question. This year, we would be able to see 2 parades at Delhi. One is at Rajpath Road. Name the other. You can either give me which location it's happening or whom it's related to, because if you are following current affairs and you have just looked at the news in the past 10 days, you definitely know what's going on in Delhi. So connect it with this. There's even an article in today's paper about it.
No more clues though.
10
We
seconds
can't
to
give
type
any
it out. Your time's up.
Just a doubt. I've typed farmers tractor rally, but even though I've typed like that, it's not giving me points. So.
Yeah, who's the one who typed in farmers rally?
Krishna, farmers tractor rally.
Yeah, you'll be given
Okay,
a
yeah.
point.
I've given a point.
Yeah, and I have typed farmers tractors parade, but again, I've not, like it says incorrect.
Yeah, I've given a point for it.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next question. Who designed the current Indian tricolor? The flag that you're seeing on your screen is designed by one specific person. I want the name and I want you to be very specific. There's no room for adjustment, nor any spelling errors will be accepted.
You just have to think.
If it
might
is 2
not
names,
be the person.
leave a space in between the names. If it is 2 names, just leave a space in between the names. Yeah, moving on to the next question in 5 seconds.
I'm again sorry.
I wrote Pingali Venkaya, but I got a mistake.
Yeah, so I told you spelling mistakes will not be accepted for this question alone.
Actually, it was
just
not,
a minute.
It was auto type. I couldn't.
My auto type win.
We can't do anything for that. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'll add one more.
It's a technical error on your side. We'll consider this just this time.
This one time.
From next time, this will not be considered.
Who are the participants?
Yeah, I am. I'll put my name in
myself.
The chat.
And one more clarification: the score that has been shown on quizzes will not be right. I think one of the quiz masters are marking it manually. Hello.
Yeah, I am marking whatever your clarifications are being marked.
Okay. So the score that is being shown for me, it says I have got like around 1,500. That's not valid, right? Like that's not taken into account.
That's not the last. That's not the last points. I have added points for you for the questions you have told.
Okay.
Yeah.
All points are divided by 700. That will be your final score in case of a tie. So you'll be basically, if you have noticed, you'll be getting 700 points per correct answer. Am I right? So quizzes values a point as 700, and as time progresses, you'll get lesser from that 700. So the first answer would be marked 700, and subsequent answers would get a lesser score. So if it is 1,500, we would consider it as 2 points.
Okay, thank you.
Any rounding off will be done to the lower digit. Yeah, so all doubts clarified. We'll be moving on to the next question. How many states are mentioned in the Indian national anthem? No clues, no space. So this is just a number. Just type in the number or in words, numerical or words. It's up to you.
It might be province's name also. So yeah.
Moving on to the next question in 5 seconds. Yeah. Moving on to the next question.
Yeah, I have a doubt. I wrote 7 states. It shows the correct answer as 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the same here.
already mentioned, just give the number. If it is a numerical answer, just give a number.
Okay, but then
And even in
will
the
they be taken
question,
into consideration?
Okay.
Yeah, I've taken it to consideration. Yeah.
Okay,
Atul
moving on to
gets.
the
Okay.
yeah, who's the one who gave 7 states? Yeah, Arjun Raj. Yeah, fine.
Atul.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time, if suppose there's a discrepancy, we'll verify it through this. All answers are
Even
saved, so
me.
don't worry.
One more.
We'll be going through the answers once again. The results that are displayed on the screen is not the final results.
Yeah,
Even I wrote 7 states now.
when we go
Atul.
through the question again,
We'll go through it and tell it back. We'll come back to you. So next question: on remembrance of which occasion is January 26th celebrated as Republic Day, even though the Constitution was completed on November 26th? So what was this occasion to symbolize that they have had January 26th as the Republic Day?
if you think of the person who symbolized this, you would be able to find.
Just think about Indian history. What is the most important event after Independence Day? Moving on to the next question. Any more? Yeah.
I think so. Can move on to the next question.
Again, there's a small discrepancy. Like I gave it as Purna Swaraj Day. It's coming as TOO, but the answer it's showing it's incorrect as TU. Can you please consider?
I've added points. Yeah.
Yeah, who's this? Please specify your name.
Juhi here.
Juhi.
Sonal and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's considered. Moving on to the next question. So, how many copies of the Indian Constitution were handwritten? Very simple, only 10 seconds for the entire question itself. Just the number or the word, don't give like X copies, just give X. Yeah, moving on to the next question. Okay, moving on to the next question. So, what material is used to make the Indian flag? The material and the company that makes it are the same. It is not a company, it is a government owned organization. So, that's the biggest clue that I can give you.
We'll be closing the question 5 more seconds. It's very easy.
It's a very simple question if you have ever seen an Indian flag.
Yes,
Moving on
no
to the
more
next
clues.
question.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm Sanjay and I typed Khadi cloth, but it's saying it's wrong.
So it is just Kadi, but who's it?
Sanjay N.
Sanjay. Yeah, it is considered.
Yeah, okay, points are given. Yeah.
So moving on to the next question.
I got the same question
The
again.
same question is repeated.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
one
sorry.
minute.
Moving on to the next question. Please don't answer. Please don't answer.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just answered it.
I think so. We'll reduce 700 points for those. And like,
The answer is given as Satyameva Jayate.
But
Yeah, the answer is given as Satyameva Jayate.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's been a small mistake from our side. The question is scrapped. The question is.
yeah, at
We'll be
last,
moving on to the next question.
after the quiz is over, we'll add
Yeah.
another question to the
After the quiz is over, we'll reveal what question it was. So moving on to the next question. Identify the person on your screen. There's a photo. Identify the person. That's it.
Clue, please.
He's a freedom fighter from Tamil Nadu.
You would have heard.
No clues, please.
Freedom fighter from Tamil Nadu. That's more than enough to identify him.
You've given the answer.
Moving on to the next question.
Excuse me, I wrote the same answer as it is given in the answer.
I wrote Tirupur Kumaran, but it's given as Tirupur Kumaran.
But I wrote the same spelling as it is given in the answer. Even the spelling is not wrong for me.
Check mine. I wrote Tirupur Kumaran.
Even I wrote
Points are
with the correct
given
spelling.
to Harshita, Varshini, Arjun, Krishna, N. Bharat, and Kavin.
Yes,
All of you have given the correct answer.
Can you repeat the names again?
N. Bharat, Kavin T,
Yeah,
Arjun
okay.
Raj, Krishna Srinivas, Varshini.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
it.
Yeah. Points are being given.
Yeah, moving on to the next question. The national song of India is adapted from the novel Anantmat, which comprises of usages in two different languages. One is Bengali, what is the other? Please think and answer.
It's a language you'd have heard of, but you might not anticipate it to be this. Yeah.
That's why I told you to think and answer. So yeah, moving on to the next question in 5 seconds. Yeah, closing the question. So yeah, it of course is Sanskrit. Any discrepancies?
No.
Yeah. Moving on to the next question. The highest gallantry award pre-independence was the Victoria Cross. So after India became a republic, it replaced the Victoria Cross with
No clues though. No clues.
Everybody knows this.
Everybody must have heard of this at least once.
As an Indian, you should definitely know this is the highest gallantry award that a soldier can get.
No clues, no clues.
Closing the question.
I
mean, the time is
submitted,
not
but
adequate.
it's saying that the time's up. I already
Yeah.
submitted before the time was up.
Time
The
was not
computer did
adequate.
not make a mistake. The time got over before you were able to submit. Any discrepancies? Any spelling
Yeah,
mistake?
no spelling mistake, but then I was in the process of typing it and suddenly it said time is up.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but you have to be fast.
I mean, the name as such is like the characters are long, so it took
Actually,
time.
before it said time's up, I actually submitted the thing. I
If you
actually
had
pressed the
submitted,
button
it
before
would
it said
reflect
time's
I
up.
had
here.
the same thing, but I didn't complete.
No,
If you had
you can't.
submitted, it would
Let's
reflect
move to the
here.
next question. Move to the next
Please understand, if you had submitted, it will reflect here. Probably it is just a coincidence that just as I closed, you were about to hit submit. So make sure to be fast, and I'll give you some more time for the next few questions. Moving on to the next one. Which day is observed as Voters' Day to mark the formation of the Election Commission of India?
No clues again.
Yeah, no clues. Being the youth of India and future voters, you are to know this. Yeah, and this is a date, so you have got to be specific. Yeah, so moving on to the next question.
Just a mistake. I wrote January 25th, but the answer is 25th January.
Yeah, same here.
I wrote
Same here.
25 Jan.
Yeah.
I already said in the beginning of the quiz, if it is a date, give the number followed by the month, the first three letters or the entire month. It will be considered correct.
You can't.
Yeah, okay, we'll give the points. We'll give the points.
You can't give marks for every question.
See, please be accurate. From henceforth, nothing will be considered. Either you be specific or you're going to lose points. We gave you the rules and I asked everyone to pay close attention to it.
I can understand too, Quizmaster.
So it is difficult from our side also to monitor everything, go back, re-evaluate and give you points.
If it had been a physical quiz, yeah, we'll be able to. But
if it is a
it's
physical
virtual,
quiz
we
and
have
we
no
have your
option.
answer sheets in our hands, we will consider anything. Like you give January 25th, 25th Jan, 25th Jan, whatever it is, we'll consider. But in the online format, we'll not be able to verify the genuinity or the authenticity of the answer, right? So if I give you more time for typing, there would be one or two people who are Googling it. If I give you less time for timing, there would be 10, 20 people telling me there's no time. So please
understand.
Moving on to the next question. Henceforth, nothing will be considered. Be accurate or you're not going to get a point. In which year was the first ever Republic Day parade organized? So I'm not talking about Republic Day, it's the parade specifically. Just the year, just the number. Just the year, that's 2020, just give 2020. That's it. Moving on to the next question.
I have a doubt. Like, is it 1950 or 1955?
Yeah, I had the same doubt.
I also had the same doubt. It was 1955.
It is 55.
But I have seen the picture where in 1950 there is a small parade like thing in black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rajendra Prasad actually inaugurated the first Republic Parade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing.
Dr. Rajendra Prasad sworn in that day, right?
I was very specific. I didn't ask when was the first Republic Day. I asked the parade part in which the army partakes.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
sure
we are
you know what
talking
is
That's
the
what
parade.
parade was organized in 1950.
Even the parade was organized in 1950 for the first time.
Yes, I saw a photo of it. If I want, I can send it.
Even I
No,
could very much
what
remember it associated Rajendra Prasad.
Yeah, Rajendra Prasad was the first one.
Rajendra Prasad inaugurated, but it wasn't a parade. The parade took place. It was initially it was held in Red Fort, then National Stadium, then it went to Kingsway Camp, and then to Ramleela Ground. In 1915, the Rajpath Parade was chosen as the permanent venue. That's it.
So the current RP parade or the Republic Day parade takes place in
the
Rajpath
Rajpath.
Road, and the
That is the
parade that
parade.
we are seeing now is a tradition from 1955. In 1950, there was no parade as such that we see
There was
today.
just a movement
It
of
was
people.
it was completely
That's it.
different. That's why I told you to be very specific. Not the first Republic Day, the first Republic Parade.
I had this doubt. Thanks, Quizmaster.
So moving on to the next question. So in the Parliament of India, the current Parliament, there's a unique case that is filled with helium gas. I'm sure everybody knows what's helium. So there's something unique in that case. What is it?
It's something every Indian is aware of.
And it's related to today. Very much. Moving on to the next question.
Yes.
Again, I wrote the Indian Constitution. I wrote the Indian Constitution, but the answer is the Constitution of India.
Yeah, that will be considered. That will be considered.
I also wrote the Constitution.
I wrote the Constitution of India, but then
The Constitution.
Okay. So Udip,
Excuse me, brother.
N. Bharat, Aryanath Anil, Arjun Raj, and Juhi Sunil will be getting a point.
Sorry, myself, Krishna.
Krishna, I didn't receive an answer.
What? But it says I have received. I have submitted, and my answer is yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Krishna, I've received.
Who are the participants again?
Just a minute. For whom and all did it show wrong?
Me,
myself, Krishna.
I cannot understand by me. I'm looking at the quiz screen, not the Google Meet.
Krishna.
Please give your names. Yeah, one by one.
Krishna Srinivas.
Yeah, next.
Aryanath
Arjun Raj.
Yeah, Krishna Srinivas, Aryanath, and Arjun Raj will be receiving a point for this question.
And myself, Udip. Excuse me, brother.
Yeah, Udip.
Brother, N. Bharat also, brother. I have written it as first copy of Constitution, brother.
Okay, Bharat will also be receiving a point.
I assigned the point.
So moving on to the next question. Identify the person. Be very accurate.
Even his short form, like short name.
Just the initials of his name.
Yeah, it'll be.
For everyone of you are in paper 2 and you definitely know his name.
We'll be ending the question 5 seconds. Ending the question 5.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Ending the question.
Just a doubt. I have written the initials only, but between each letter I have put a full stop. But it's showing us wrong.
But I didn't get a mark.
Myself, Krishna Srinivas.
Krishna Srinivas and Harita SK will be receiving a point.
Excuse me, brother. There's a discrepancy, brother. I have written it as.
Can you please address me as Quizmaster?
Sorry, brother. It's N. Bharat, brother.
Can you please address me as Quizmaster and not brother?
Oh, sorry. Forgive me. Okay. Quizmaster, I have written it as V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, but it appears to be.
Yeah,
wrong.
I saw your answer. You'll be receiving a point. So the 5 years plan, I know, I'm sure everybody knows the 5-year plans in the Indian Constitution. Adopted from which country's constitution? Just don't
Just
put
a doubt. The name
or
has
anything.
changed. So what name should we write right now?
I don't
Krishna,
know.
Krishna,
The
don't
name
tell
of
that.
the country. The name of the
I've
country.
written both.
I just want one country. 2 countries, I'm not going to give you a
Look, when the
point.
constitution was framed, write that country name. When the constitution was framed, that period.
When the constitution was framed, no dots, no full stops, commas, nothing will be
Please
accepted.
understand, this is a completely correct thing.
Yeah, moving on to the next question. Somebody who has given
I've written the Soviet
Russia.
Union, but the answer is
Soviet
USSR.
Union, USSR.
I have written the Soviet
Who's the
Union.
one who gave Soviet Union?
I have written Krishna
Arjun.
Srinivas, I have written Soviet Union.
I've written as USSR, Russia. Is it okay?
I'm sorry, it's wrong. I cannot accept 2 countries.
I
Is
wrote
Soviet Union correct?
Yeah, Soviet Union is correct.
Soviet Union
Krishna
and
Srinivas.
Arjun Raj gets a point.
Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna Srinivas also gets a point.
Russia.
I'm sorry, it's USSR.
At that, when the constitution
When
was
the
formed,
constitution
it
was written, there was no Russia. We were very specific.
Who are the students who wrote Soviet Union, etc.?
Krishna Srinivas and
Krishna
Arjun.
Srinivas and Arjun Raj.
Yeah, okay, points have been given. Next question.
On which day were the 2 copies of the Indian Constitution signed by the 8 members of the Constituent Assembly? I want just the date in the format that I have asked for.
Look,
This is the
before you
third
answer,
question.
Year is not needed, right?
What? No, year is not required. Year is obviously 1950. Just the day in the format that I have requested. So this is the third question and I want you to be correct at least by now. Moving on to the next question. Yeah, closing the question. So interestingly, the constitution was signed just 2 days before it was put into force on 24th. And that is when everyone agreed on the constitution after all debate, deliberation, and modifications.
Scrutinization.
Yeah, the scrutiny. So moving on to the last and the final question of the quiz. So the person that you see on your screen is Bhavana Kant. She's the first woman dashed to pit in the Republic Day parade. So she's the
see
first
the uniform.
woman
Observe the
dashed.
uniform.
No clues, no clues.
Be care of the clues, you did not prompt us. Just observe the uniform, observe her left shoulder, and I'm sure you'll know what she represents. Moving on to the next question.
There's no next question.
I wrote pilot. Is it correct?
You can't give
I wrote
points to pilot, right?
female fighter
I'm
pilot.
sorry, pilot is wrong. She's the
She's
first
a
woman
fighter
fighter
pilot.
pilot. A pilot is different from a fighter pilot.
Yes.
So she's the first woman fighter pilot. It's big to see women manning fighter planes. So this is a very historic moment in India's history this year. As women,
Quizmaster.
yeah,
I wrote female fighter pilot.
we have already given women and
Yeah,
then
why?
blank. So you got to be careful. Read the question properly. I'll not be giving points for this. So that marks the end of the quiz. We'll be
And
evaluating
since Fahin
the
Shah got
points.
disconnected at 11:03. I've been
We'll be evaluating and we'll get back to you. So we'll just see, without any modification, who is the one who has given the most accurate answers as we have requested.
Anirudh, stop presenting.
So
be able to. This is not the
So yeah,
final.
we'll be using
We'll
the
just
quiz analytics with the answers and then add points, and we'll come back to you.
I need to stop presenting.
Yeah, I'll be stopping the. Just wait a few minutes and you'll get the answers. I'm sorry, you'll get the results, not the answers.
Krishna Srinivas, you can go ahead, Krishna Srinivas.
Krishna Srinivas will now sing a patriotic song. Anirudh will announce the result.
Before the results, a note of thanks to the principal, teachers, and the students who have been with us to conduct this quiz. We thank you for the participation, and it has been a wonderful experience. Other than the typos that we faced, we hope that you will participate in forthcoming quizzes and become avid quizzers. And now for the results.
Okay, so the third place goes to Kavinti. Second place, yeah, congratulations. Second place goes to N Bharat. Congratulations. First place goes to Juhi Sunil. Congratulations.
All of you had done well, and it was a very close call for us. The win was just by a single point for all the three places.
It's just a single point here.
A single point for each place, and the others too. You are not unrecognized. It is just that you are new or you are not much aware of it. Just make sure that time you prepare well and take this as a learning, as a stepping stone, and perform well in your forthcoming quizzes. Congratulations to all the winners and the participants alike.
Okay, if you have any suggestions, you can tell it them now, because I'll also be conducting a quiz for Science Day. So if you guys want to participate and if you want any changes in the usual in this format, you can tell us.
Science quiz is only for 8th standard.
Okay. Students, are you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So congratulations.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, ma'am. Happy Republic.
Very good. I think
Shri
it was
Gurubhyo Namaha.
Shri
it was
Gurubhyo
a
Namaha.
1
Happy
hour of
Republic Day, ma'am.
riveting Shri Gurubhyo Namaha and Sukhi Baba. 1 hour of riveting quizzing. Excellent. Very well conducted quiz masters. I think it was very professionally done. And
Thank you,
this
ma'am.
entire 9 months has definitely proved that many of our students are able to conduct and participate in online quiz, which itself is a big challenge. And taking the cue from our chief guest today, there is no winner or loser in a quiz. It's a learning curve. You keep learning. You lose one quiz, you win in another quiz, and it happens like that. But it is important that every student in our school must try to participate in quizzes, must read a lot, must understand what is happening around. And also, you should choose in the sense that today it was a quiz on Constitution being the Republic Day. Then you have a science quiz. Then you should also have a biology quiz. Then you could have an environment quiz. You can have a literature quiz. It can be Tamil literature quiz, Hindi literature quiz, English literature quiz. Then it's a general quiz. Then it's a sports quiz. Then only trivia quiz. Then music quiz. See, it goes on and on and on. And definitely our knowledge improves because of quizzing. There is no doubt about that. And it can be so much fun. There is so much of fun, there is so much of learning, and there's so much of understanding. So quizzing should become a part of our school ethos, which it is, I think, to a large extent. I do find large number of students taking a lot of interest. But what happens is you find that there is a set of students who take interest. Now I can see that more and more students are also forthcoming, and I'm very glad that a girl has done extremely well. Not because I'm berating, but we rarely find girls participating. And Juhi, we have seen Juhi shining in Gavel Club. We all have also seen her as a very inhibited, shy student, and now she has blossomed and participating. Gavel Club, I think, has opened her vistas, and now participating in quiz. Kudos to you, Juhi. I'm sure
Yes,
more
ma'am.
and
Thank
more
you.
girls also. Yeah, more and more girls too should participate. Somehow we have a feeling, oh, if it is a music and dance program, there'll be more girls. If it's a quiz program, there'll be more boys. I think we should break that barrier. Women have broken the glass ceiling, and there is nothing that stops women. And incidentally, I was watching the parade, and I saw the woman fighter pilot going when you also said, "What is so significant about this?" So I think that was just coincidence, which I think also means that the first time that a woman fighter pilot is participating in the parade, which goes a long way for women. In India, women have been given a lot of encouragement, though no doubt because of our population and our humongous variety of class and religions and castes and all that, we do find it a huge challenge. But at the same time, you must acknowledge that we have come a long way. And I think that's something very, very important. See, today, when you have a woman vice president in USA, it is considered to be so big and a big hangama, but very effortlessly we have had the woman prime minister. So that, I think, shows that in many ways we are progressive, but of course there's a long way to go, and that will happen. when new young students, you have so much of enthusiasm. That's what I liked about today's quiz masters. Had so much of enthusiasm, and I must congratulate you on your emotional stability. You did not get angry, you did not get irritated, and you understood that students will make mistake. And I liked it when you said, please address me as quiz master. Very correct. You should be very professional. You're not Anirudh or Jayant or a friend. Hey buddy, come on. That's not how it should be. So that's, I think, very good. I would like to congratulate the teachers who have played a vital role in today's quiz program. Very good. I'm sure more and more teachers will have such programs, and I think this should be a part. Now that we have learned how to use online quizzing, so we don't need to spend time offline. When we come back, all of us come back to school full time, we can definitely have online quizzing, which can be, every Sunday you can have an online quiz, or you can have twice, 2 Sundays a month. That keeps it going. And I think you should have an offline online quiz club, which should build itself. And I'm sure Anirudh and Jayant and others who are conducting the quiz today, when you pass 12th standard and when you go to college, wherever you are, you can conduct a quiz. I think this would be my suggestion. I would also implore the quiz masters today that as you leave the portals of the school, do remember your school. And you may be in college, you may be in engineering, you may be abroad working, wherever you are. I think online quizzing should become a part and parcel of our ethos and values. So I would request all the teachers also to take this forward. And once again, wishing every participant all success in future quizzes. And as you said, today there were 3 winners. Tomorrow there'll be another set of winners. So winning and losing is a part of our life, because we learn. As I always say, that nobody has learned anything in this world without falling. So that happens right from our birth till our end. So once again, wishing everyone the very best. And again, I would like to congratulate the quiz masters for really doing a phenomenal job today. And mind you, you are in class 11. So I think that definitely shows your maturity and your emotional stability for able to handle the students very well. So carry on. You should become better and better, and definitely organize more quizzes and do much better later in life. All the
Thank
best.
you.
Vande Mataram and Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Let's all raise for the national anthem now.
Varshini will start.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय था जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram.
Jai Hind.
Vande Mataram.
Quizmaster, can I say my suggestion?
Yes.
Anirudh and Jay, you can just formally tell them to consolidate their feedback and send it in the quiz group. That is better. You'll get a lot of ideas there.
But the quiz group is admin restricted, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes.
fine.
We are
Okay.
not able to share messages.
Okay, just if the
Or suppose you can just send it via WhatsApp to me, I will forward it to Jayant also.
one more suggestion, they can forward respective class teachers. They can also, that they also can do.
You
They're very
can,
fine.